today I got me a Kaufmann. Yeah, man. Anyway, if you noticed, I got a new intro graphic and a new icon graphic. That's all thanks to the Last Ranger. He does some great graphic work, although I think he's retired. But he's got his own YouTube channel, so go check his channel out. He does a lot of modern folders and stuff like that. But very cool guy, and I appreciate the work. Thank you very much, Gary. Anyway, let's get to the knife. We've got, this is an old timer. This is a Heinrich Kaufmann from Solingen, Germany. And yeah, I know the scale says 1855. That is when the company was started. Yeah, so I don't think, this obviously wasn't made in 1855. I mean, I think the handles are plastic or something, I don't know, celluloid. I really don't know what the plastics are. It's good quality plastic, though, for how old it is. But one thing that's bad about this is the front spring is broken. So that's kind of a bummer. But mostly this will be for display. Maybe I'll fix it down the line. But for right now, she'll work out just fine. So we've got the awl. She's a little loose because the spring's broken. I know, boo-hoo. Peep the very interesting bird's eye rivets. And I think the center is steel and the outside's aluminum. I think the liners are, I don't know, I think they're nickel silver. Yeah, the inlay's nickel silver. The liners are nickel silver. The rest is carbon steel. The back, we've got this old highfalutin corkscrew, and check out the patina on it. There's no rust on this, but man, the iron has, the steel has oxidized to a dark color. It looks really great. You can tell it's super old, but not been overused. Very cool. Got the can opener. Of course, that's loose too. What's really cool about this knife is it has the very early flathead screwdriver that is, later became a cap lifter. So when you see these screwdrivers, you've definitely got a knife that's most likely before the 1920s. I was thinking this could be a 50th anniversary knife from like 1905. I based that on absolutely nothing other than why would they put the date of manufacturer on it. I haven't seen it on others, but maybe they just use that as a logo a lot. I really don't know. It looks to be like a sailboat with the 1855 number. Either way, that's super cool. And, aluminum, nowadays, aluminum's like, a common or even a cheap metal. But back in the day, aluminum was very rare and highly prized. For instance, Napoleon had dinnerware sets made out of aluminum for his, classiest banquets he would have. And that was very common among the nobility to have aluminum plates and dinnerware and stuff like that, because aluminum was seen as a luxury metal. There was a time when aluminum was more expensive than gold. So, something to think about. But, I mean, yeah, just check out how old that screwdriver is. That color, the only way to get those colors is to, put a, something like mustard or something on it, or just for it to be really old. And I'm sure this is really old. Finally, we've got a clip blade. Beautiful clip blade. And what's cool about it is on these older German knives, they often put a tank stamp on the little blade. And a lot of times it's a different tank stamp than the main blade. And this one has, I don't know what the where the bottom is. I looked at it with a magnifying glass. But the top is like a shield with a flower in it or something. It's definitely a plant. Might be a rose or something with a crown on top of it. It's really cool. Finally, we get to the main event. Bam! That is a great main blade. Nice and full, not all worn down. The tip's not broken. That's just a great blade. Good, thick, stout blade. Very useful. With the Kaufmann K55K stamp. And that Kaufmann tank stamp is famous. There was a popular military knife called the Mercator that Kaufmann was responsible for the design of. Other makers made it too. It was basically a cheaply produced knife with a sheet metal, a stamped sheet metal handle, and it had a cat on it, like a lion or something, a tiger, with that Kaufmann K55K logo. And they're called the cat knives, Mercators, or whatever. They were actually a popular knife with New York street youths in like the 1950s, you know, after World War II. They were kind of like the knife you would see any like school bully or something like that carrying. But man, such a cool knife. It's a shame that that's broken, but at least it'll look good on display. Maybe down the line I'll fix it. I could easily put a Victorinox spring or find another spring from, I could probably just find another Kaufmann knife and take the spring out of that. But I'd have to take the whole thing apart, and it's like, am I really going to carry it? Maybe. I really like this knife, but I don't know if I'm going to fix it. So she might just go on display. Because like I said, anytime you got the solid screwdriver, you've got something cool. Anyway, thanks, Gary, for the artwork for the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peter Grizz out.